Hi there, Tape Reader Joe here once again. I promised to share with you exactly what I discovered doing just 1 week's worth of back testing. So I'm going to start off with last week because essentially that's what I've looked at this moment in time. I'm going to, as you can see, I've marked everything up already, but let's just go through the actual journey and go into replay mode to Monday at, or let's start at Sunday, let's say Sunday evening. Okay, so Sunday evening, markets generally open up and we want to mark up a couple of key things that occurred from the day before. So we have here this gap here, which is marked in purple. This is the Sunday, or sorry, this is the Friday low. And then we should have, this would have been Friday. Let's see, I don't have it marked up, I probably took it off. But here we can see the highest kind of fair value gap on Friday being here. So I'm just gonna kind of mark this one up. There's those as well, so let me just do them both. Like so. Let's make it purple. And let's Fridays. Okay, and let's just extend it to the right. Okay. Here, if I drop this to a 15-minute, yeah, I see this. There's something. You see how you've got this immediate rebalance here? So I've just kind of highlighted this candle here as Friday's immediate rebalance. Yeah? So that's the 15-minute chart. All right, so let's see what happened. During Sunday, we had the new week opening gap. This is the line. Price ran up Sunday evening. Kind of similar to what's happening at the moment. And then if we're able to just go a bit quicker, and we notice here we are at that immediate rebalance and how it reacted off that immediately. And that was at what time? Just after midnight. Here we get a nice big long wick established during this is the 3:30. Then price goes through that Friday's immediate rebalance and continues up higher into our top fair value gap. And now we've gone right past it altogether. So let me just pause it here and see what happened on come our trading window. Let's just go to the 1 minute. Here we have it. So as you can see, this was our original bar. Price ran up, as you saw, at 7 o'clock, hit it. We retested on this imbalance, and we've gone up here. This is a predictive high based upon this low. If I go to the 1 hour, you will see that this high here was from September 22nd. And if you do a calculation, you can predict where price is going, and that is taking the price you take that low price, or the price of 25,026, you square root it, add 0.55 and square it again. Why? This is it's a formula I found from Jenkins, and you can change how you add it. So if you take 25,026.25, whatever it was, square root it. You can add 1, you can add 2. Sometimes add 2, well, obviously that's going to give you a higher price target. This one is adding 0.55. And then you square it again. And then that gives you your price target based upon that high. I'll be honest with you, I had been doing it based upon the swing low. So if you can do it based upon the swing low. So if you took this swing low, for example, this was a major swing low on the 1 minute. Let's see. And if you want, I just use ChatGPT actually, if you like. Let's see, what was the price here? 24,423.75. You can literally just go in here, 24,423.25, I think it was. Square root of that, add 2 and square again. Obviously you can use your calculator, you can do however which way you want to do it, but chat would also do it for you. 25,059 is the price target after that swing low. What did I say? 25,059.6. 25,059. Yeah, it reached it just around here, however many days later. So that was from the Thursday to the following Wednesday. You see? So that's how you can kind of get a little price target in there if you want to do that sort of thing. Okay, so anyhow, going back to where we are here. So price has gone through this, back through here, retested it, and continued lower. So let's have a look at where things were at this point. Here you can see that we have I call it an inverted fair value gap, a series of imbalances. This one should be, I really need to sit up so I can have these things done quicker. But here we have it, price gone through here at whatever time that was. It broke below it, and then we retested that fair value gap at 9:30 on the dot. Price ran down and stopped at, where did we get? This was our 15-minute immediate rebalance candle, if you remember correctly. You know, and just that in itself, remembering that you've got that on there as a potential take profit is quite good. This was the lower end, I believe, wasn't it? Did price get down here? I'm not sure if it did. I don't believe it did. It left it open, if I remember correctly. And so we should really leave that on our chart. But notice how price has gone running up higher because we are in a bull program at that moment. And then we get to 6 o'clock. Alrighty. So 6 o'clock. And here we have Monday. So let's have a look at what Monday's highest imbalance was, which was up here. Let's just turn it. I prefer to do it on the 5-minute because yeah, when you do it imbalance from Friday, no, that's from Monday. Here we have this imbalance right here. And as you can see, as I said, this was where price was reacting from during Monday. Now we'll let the charts do whatever it wants to do throughout the night. And as you can see, price ran lower. And let's just do it on a 30-minute. You notice that it didn't come all of the way down here yet at all, or anything along those lines. So it's using this particular balance for support. Here we see the reaction to the previous highest imbalance once again into Tuesday morning. And then as we get into our AM session for New York, let's just take a closer look, shall we? See, so now we get up to 9:45. Here we go, we hit our immediate inverted, we get a quick, we create for inverted fair value gap. Notice how this is the high from Tuesday that's created. One of the things that I actually haven't, I keep forgetting, I guess maybe I don't really need it, is my PO3 partition plot, because you'll also notice that these things happen around these gold back levels. Let's just see what is the price at 25,535. I was back testing, you see, so this is why 25,535. same thing, it's not going to move. So yeah, as you can see, we literally took that power 3 level, we've got that inverted fair value gap, straight into it, reversed, and so forth. Well, it becomes an inverted fair value gap after it goes down below it, and as you can see, 9:30, we hit it, we respect it perfectly. It does not close above, and then obviously the macro from 9:45 to 10:15, we've got a lot of sideways movement, and then that's when we drop lower, like so. We've smashed through that imbalance that we had, and we close that new week opening gap. In the afternoon, as you can see, it continues sideways all the way through the day. Yeah. And that is essentially what we have left over come 6 o'clock. So then if we then go back to our 5-minute chart, this is our highest gap from Tuesday, this is the lowest one from Tuesday, we mark those up, and we let price do its thing again. Let's go 30 minutes for now until we get to 9:30. Let me just do this whenever it is. 9:30 is there. So obviously during Asia, we've already gone below the previous day's imbalance. You've gone back above it, and we've still got this immediate rebalance on the chart. Let me just take off that for now. You can see how price is moving midnight open, and we're staying down the lower end of the range. The lower end of the range from here to here. Yeah. Price is moving sideways. We tap into that imbalance again during that London open session, and then we are back down here once more. We get down, come here at 8:30. Let's drop down to the 1 minute, and let's see what's happened. So down here at the 1 minute, you can see quite clearly we are in that bottom end again. We see this inverted fair value gap get created, and what happens come 9:30, let me delete, oops, wrong button, let me just delete that. Come 9:30, off we go, just all the way up. Look how it taps that line. Do you remember that was the high? I know we've already have we hit that high yet? Yeah, we've already hit that high once before. But look how it just taps it again. So there is something to think about with these predictions of prices. We haven't reached the highest part yet from Tuesday, but we've got there. We're close to it. And there you go. So good, I mean, and that is your range. That was your entry. It's always an inverted fair value gap to enter, and you ride it to either the top, or as we saw on Tuesday, or Monday I should say, we only went as far as, sorry, this was Monday, wasn't it? Monday we only went as far as this imbalance, and then on Tuesday we went straight through it to the new week opening gap. Wednesday, this was the Tuesday's lowest imbalance, we used that and we rode it all the way to the top. Why? Because we're bullish. So essentially that was Tuesday. Sorry, that was Wednesday's. Okay, and Wednesday we reach up here before 6 o'clock, and so Wednesday's highest gap is here. Oops, sorry. And Wednesday's lowest gap, I actually left it here because it was all kind of in the same vicinity. Right. What we can also see here, and it's good to just look at things at different price, at different time frames. Friday here we have our immediate rebalance. You see this? You see how this comes straight down and meets here? Sorry, here. Let's just open it up a bit bigger. This here, right here, that one to that one, they're very close. So I can't remember which I did before, if the whole candle, I just kind of put that wick to there on this one, because it also lines up with this Friday's fair value gap, so I figured that is quite a important level as such. And there's Wednesday's gap, and then let's just see how price delivers through all of these levels. Here we see we've gone and broken below it. We're now on Thursday, so nearly done. If I put this at 9:30 or 9:45, you see we're hovering around that Wednesday's fair value gap. Come the Thursday 9:30. This is Thursday, remember. If we drop down to the 1 minute, we can see we are just below. We can see we are below our Wednesday's gap. We've tapped into it and we've got an inverted fair value gap there. Let's also see what our partition plot is saying. What price are we at? 25,324. 25, 24. Let's have a look. We're in the middle. We're in the middle of this partition. That's okay. We're in this purple area. If I was to do my optimum trade entry, I bet we're at consequent encroachment. Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it? Look at that, consequent encroachment. We've got that gap hits right on that 25% mark. Crazy. So here we tap it. It gets to, oops, it's gone so quickly, 9:30 again. Look, it respects that inverted fair value gap to the T. This is Thursday now. Where are we going? Where are we going on Thursday? That was Friday's inverted fair value gap, Wednesday's immediate rebalance, and I think this was the lowest from Tuesday and Wednesday, because I didn't move it, did I? Are we going all the way down there? I can't quite remember now. Let's have a look. Price has gone through it. See how it's respecting that 27 line on the partition plot. Here we are, we've got our reaction. At that point, is that the support? So we didn't go anywhere further. We've gone back up, and there we have it. 6 o'clock done. So this was Thursday. So again, let's just drop down to our 5 minutes. Here is, there's quite a lot going on here, so I just put in the kind of range that captures the most amount of gaps. This was Thursday's lowest, and this would be Thursday's highest. And let's see how we get on Friday. So overnight during Asia, note it taps into Wednesdays again, but we are heading towards the top end. And as you can see, price moves in this sideways direction for quite some time. We still got Tuesday's high there. You see the respect of that partition here, back and forth in between the partition. London opens up, it's 2:30, 3:30, and price is moving in this area. Remember, we have got this is the high, and if I go to the 1 hour, we should also be able to see this is our high from Wednesday the 8th, which is our all-time high, I believe, right? Is that the all-time high from Wednesday? The weekly high going into the last day of the week. I think everybody was expecting us to take that. Let's see. I know it can get a bit annoying. You've got all these lines and you're not sure what they are, and as you can see, I try and keep labels on them now so I know what they are, but it's something that I guess you've got to get used to. So we get to 8:30, 8:45, 9. We're thinking, great, it's just 9:30 happened. I must admit, I was actually looking for price to go lower to then take this high, but it didn't. 9:30 opened up and we went straight up high. But let's just slow this down to a little bit to see what happened. As you can see, we go up to here, right? And then we don't hit that high, as we know. But we've got, what have we got? Our signature inverted fair value gap. We haven't retested it yet. It's 9.52. I think a lot of people are thinking this is the reversal to go up and take that, and may well have got into buys. We've got a high, low, higher, high, lower, low, market structure shift. There we've tapped it, and that's where you're good to get in. We've got all of this time distortion, and I know a lot of people were thinking we're still going to go up higher. And there you have it. What time did it happen? It happened at 10:57. You know, 10:57, that's when the drop came. And there we have it. I mean, there's a couple of other things to kind of point out. What time was this swing high? That was at 09, was it? 09.47, which is equal to 9 plus 4, 13 plus 7 is 20. 13 plus 7 is 20. So that's a 2. So I think that's going to get broken soon enough. It's not a 369, and it's not a go back number either. I don't think 20 is. I could be wrong. This low here, obviously you've got 3 equal lows. 10.17, that's a 9, but it's not at a go back level, so it's likely to get broken. And so there you have it. Price went down and down and down, as we know, and it went through a lot of let me do the hourly chart. You see, I had an imbalance from here. This was back from Friday the 3rd of October. That hadn't got traded to, so that was a potential target. Given that we had this one big drop, we're like, okay, is it going to continue? And as you can see, it went all the way down. There was another imbalance right here. Oops. There was another one right here. So that too was a potential target. So that's the thing, if you have these things on your chart, leave them. I know prices run all the way up over the last kind of week and a half since the first, but that doesn't mean it's not coming back here eventually. And then where did the price end up? In this gap here. Because I've already marked up my charts for the rest of this week. And there you have it. That's how you can use the highest and lowest fair value gap to mark your range from the day before, to mark your range for the current day that you're trading in. I mean, it was quite phenomenal on Friday. I don't care what anybody says, it was significant to see price drop that much. I didn't get the whole move, I got some of it. I took my money and ran, so to speak, because I have a tendency to overtrade. Why don't I overtrade when it's going in my favor? I think that would be a good thing. But hopefully you found this insightful and got something out of it. Let me know, hit me up in the comments, like, subscribe, share. I'm not hiding anything. I'm not one of those people that keeps my whatever I find secret. I think we're all on a journey of trying to understand these markets. So yeah, if you see anything that you think could be useful, please do share it with me as well. But I hope you like the video. If not, then don't watch it again. So thanks ever so much.